Welcome to the O'Connor Elder Law channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. I'm a Florida-based elder law attorney who does estate planning, focusing on long-term care needs, commonly referred to as Medicaid planning, and I do probate, and I do it well. Today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of having a contingency plan for the caregiver of a person who is suffering from dementia or cognitive decline. But before I do, I wanted to invite you to schedule a free strategy session with me at eldermeeting.com. So a frequent topic that comes up in my office is when a caregiver of a person suffering from dementia or cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, becomes ill and is no longer able to be the caregiver. And many times this happens in a crisis situation because it's usually one spouse that's the primary caregiver. They care for their spouse that has dementia. And so they're, more of the same age, and then something happens where the caregiver either suffers a stroke or a serious fall, in which they need to have, urgent medical treatment and then a long recovery process, which they're no longer able to be the caregiver of the person suffering with cognitive decline. And so when that happens, families in crisis sometimes do not make decisions that are the best. And many times this happens in a blended family situation where the spouse caregiver was a second spouse and there's children from prior relationships, and there's just a disagreement as to what is best for care for the person that's suffering from cognitive decline. And so I encourage people to have in place a contingency plan, so that way we know, the durable power of attorney for the caregiver. They know who is supposed to take care of the person with dementia, as well as their successor agent, the person that has cognitive decline or dementia. Their successor agent also knows this contingency plan, so we know who should be the next in line. And it might not be the most, sometimes they say, oh, this person's, really responsible. That's nice, but they may not be kind. So that might not be the best caregiver. Another person might be super kind, but, not able to otherwise do all of what's necessary, physically, to care for their loved one. And so I encourage people to have a contingency plan in place. And even if that contingency plan is that the person that's suffering from cognitive decline would spend some time in a skilled nursing facility until their spouse recovers, that might be the best contingency plan. And as long as everybody knows that and you have a place picked out, that would be ideal and make for a smoother transition, because I've seen it where families then fight over their loved one as the spouse has recovered and wants to resume either their caregiving abilities or have their spouse live near them in a skilled nursing facility. Then there is a battle of over the person with cognitive decline, and it's a really sad ending. But if you had a contingency plan in place and planned for it, it might be something that is avoidable. So I hope that this information has been helpful to you. If it has, I ask that you like and share with others, and feel free to schedule a free strategy session with me at eldermeeting.com. Thanks for joining me.